challenge. This is really specifically for anybody who wanders into spiritual workout world and has any questions and perhaps doubts, or maybe just not a lot of or any experience with engaging the law of attraction in a conscious manner, the way we do here, because we know the law of attraction is always on. And we know that our language and methodology for engaging the law of attraction in what we call a conscious way is by setting shiny, clear intentions for what we want to be, do, or have. Now, we have, as you know, an intention setting clinic every week, just specifically to help people with this process. It's not complicated, but it does have some mechanics to it. And what I find oftentimes, what I hear, not feedback, just as people are quote unquote working through their stuff, are a whole lot of questions and resistances around the process in the first place. One of the things that we do is we set the intention, get it shiny and clear, effort to be able to articulate it with our thinking and with our words, exactly what it is that we want to be or do or have. And that's part of it. That's a huge part. That's basically the whole first phase of it, right? And then our work becomes to stay aligned with that. So we put our foot on the gas of what we want to be, do, or have. Sometimes we notice our other foot on the brake. We create a dump list. We see that we have some beliefs that are not in alignment. We know how to transform those beliefs into serving ones that serve us from ones that don't, to get our foot off the brake. And we are also asked to let go of how any of it's going to happen and when any of it's going to happen. So letting go of how tends to be really challenging because most of us are used to having a big old to-do list. Well, here's my goal, here's my objective, here's what I want, and here now are 50 things, 100 things that I've thought of out of my head of how this can all happen. So now I will effort in that direction. Nothing wrong with that. It's just the old way. In the new way, it's not that we don't take action, it's that we take inspired action. And instead of all the effort that we tend to put into our to-do lists, we instead put into our intention. First articulating it, like I said, and then being able to stay aligned with it. What does aligned with it mean? It means that you look at it, you read it, you think about it, you're all the way in, you're aligned. You have no doubt, no questions. You don't have to do any gymnastics to get there. You don't have to discreate any old beliefs. You're just there. You're aligned. Well, it hasn't shown up yet. Okay, fine. When is not up to us, right? And yet I continually get a lot of pushback. Well, what's the plan then? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And to me, when that question keeps coming and it keeps coming, it's only because that person hasn't yet really had any experience living through the whole process of not just setting the shiny, clear intention by articulating it in the way we do, not just staying aligned with it in the way that we encourage, but in seeing it manifest. In waking up one day and saying, wow, that thing that I have wanted to be, do, or have has actually occurred, or it's occurring, or wow, I didn't even realize, but here it is, and I didn't really do anything, right? So my point here to all of this is just, if you're in resistance about the process, is it going to work? Is it going to work for me? All that kind of stuff. and this is not new, you've probably heard me say it before, I strongly suggest you setting an intention or a couple of intentions that are, let's just call them small scale, right? They're things that you don't really care that much about, something that you really do want, but you don't care that much. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, great. And give yourself, in an effort to give yourself the experience of the whole process, and not just getting stuck on the articulation, and not just getting stuck on the embodiment, and just not getting stuck on the foot on the brake and the dump list and the beliefs that are not in alignment, right? That to just allow yourself to go all the way through and have that moment where, wow, here it is. It has shown up. I don't remember exactly who we were talking to last week. It's not uncommon. It should be happening all the time, and it does. But again, this message is for you specifically if you're somebody who tends to get caught up in, well, how's this all supposed to work? And what I'm saying is, instead of questioning it over and over and over again, just give yourself into the process. Allow it to unfold for you. That will be all the evidence that you need to know, oh, this actually works. Because the bottom line is, all of the resistance comes from people who have not had that experience. Not all, but much of it. So that's it. I just am encouraging you, if law of attraction, if setting shiny, clear intentions the way we talk about is just something you're not quite 100% there yet with, then take this advice and create one or two smaller intentions and give yourself that opportunity to move all the way through the process and see what happens.